Toastmasters and dear guests, I would like to welcome you all here to the 354th meeting of our club, Toastmasters of Delhi. My name is Anand Prakash and I am here as a of our arms of today's meeting. I am here to help maintain the parliamentary decorum of the meeting. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member gets the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and self-growth. Now, to officially start the meeting, I would like to remind you that this meeting will be recorded and shared among members for self-study and reflection. In order to have a smooth meeting, we have 3 ground rules. First, please avoid talking about religion, sex and politics. Second, please turn your mobile phone for silent mode. And third, members are requested to be attentive throughout the meeting and support the speakers with a warm smile and applause. Let's have a great meeting. Now I would like to invite the presiding officer on stage, Professor Lavina.
Thank you, Mr. Sergeant Atam. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 354th meeting of Toastmasters of Delhi. I'm Lavina Mittal. I'm your president in standing because I'm yet to be sworn in. So I'm here standing at the whims and fancies of our current official president who has yet not officially passed over the baton. Extremely excited to be here, and I'm feeling like a celebrity because 2 people were photographing me. Yeah. We will be talking about the art of storytelling today. I have always been fascinated by stories since the time I learned to read, and even before that, just looking at picture books, that is where the journey started. And I'm looking at discovering more today as we go on. We have certain guests in our meetings, and today we have 2 people I see who are not members of the club. What is your name, please? Chitranjan. If I could please welcome you on stage, come and tell us 1 line about you, and second, how did you come to know about this club, and third, what is it that you're seeking here? 3 things.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. My name is Chitranjan Kumar, and I am vegetarian. And so actually I came to know about this Toastmasters from Quora as well as YouTube, and not much expectation because this is my first day. So I am not expecting so much, but without expectation, nobody's come here as well. So there is always chance of improvement. So whatever the stage is right now of communication skills as well as leadership quality, so there is always chance of enhance. So I wanted to improve my communication as well as leadership quality. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chitranjan. And we have 1 more. What is your name, please?
My name is Karan.
Karan. Okay, with yours.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Karan V. I'm from Himachal, and I'm a UI UX designer. I heard about Toastmasters from my older brother, and I have come here personally to improve my communication skills. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Karanveer. Now, without further ado, let me call on stage the lady we've all been waiting for, the charismatic, the glamorous, the supremely awesome, my favorite, Shikha Saxena.
I hope I use as many words that you have said and it doesn't fall flat like an empty word. Very, very, very welcome. Good afternoon to all of you to this very 354th meeting where we today would be discussing the art of storytelling. We need to first understand what is storytelling and how is it even relevant for us. Why should you even be listening to this theme at all, and what is the benefit that you're going to derive out of it by the end of the session that we complete today. So my purpose is that today we do some experiential learning. We do some fun activities wherein we inculcate this in the real time. We practice and demonstrate storytelling, having learned what it takes to do an effective storytelling. But before that, I want you to understand why is it important to do any storytelling. So for example, today in my corporate life, I am required to give a presentation. But what I do is just simply people tend to read a slide, okay, and read the facts as it states. But what mostly happens is that a lot of people come as speaker, but they are not able to capture the attention of people. So which is very important, where you need to weave a story around it so that you are heard and it doesn't just fall flat on the ears of the people, and actually they are engaged with you as you want to say something, and it's just not only hearing but actually listening, which is where it is very important that you say your message effectively, you keep the people captured and captivated along with you as you convey your message, which is where the storytelling actually makes something far more impactful. It creates a message just from hearing and listening to something which can actually lead to persuasion, to a decision making, and make you drive into a way which a desired person, a storyteller, wants you to take an action. So which is where storytelling is an act where I am able to connect with people, I am able to persuade them, I am able to create an emotion and a bond, and lastly I am able to derive and require action out of them. Also, one more thing you people need to understand, why are we doing storytelling? So you need to understand a human brain has one side, which is the logical side, wherein you do all kind of analytics, you compare things. There is one more side which is about the emotion, which is where we also say, hey, bias got involved. Eventually I took an emotional decision. I got swept in the moment. These are where your emotions get dominant. And the human mind study says, whenever you have two options in front of you and you eventually have to take a decision, somewhere a little play of your emotions will definitely come in. The final decision that you make, your emotions will influence you. It may not just be the most logical thing that you have to do or the most rational thing that gives you the maximum benefit, but somewhere your heart or the emotion that says, you do listen to it. And which is where we are targeting that emotion that leads people to take a decision. If I want you to take a decision, I have a product, so many all other people have a product in the market and they are very competitive. What one person from another can impact your behavior and decision is by making you, I hit that emotion of yours, which ultimately makes you take that decision. So today through storytelling, we will be trying to hit that emotion. We will engage with people and we will do this by experience, okay? We will do some exercise and activity, which is where you people will be doing it, and we will learn it through that. So this is how we will structure it, this whole session around this theme. And in terms of how a TMOD session, a standard TMOD session is, we will have three sections. We will have the prepared speeches, wherein the people who are already coming with prepared speeches, basis their projects and levels, will come here and deliver a speech basis what the objective they are trying to achieve. A general speech of approximately 5 to 7 minutes. Second will be a session where we will be doing table topics, which is where we do the impromptu speeches, and which is where also we encourage our guests to come and participate. It will be somewhere like a 1 or 2 minutes of speech that you come on an impromptu topic that is given to you at that time. And the third is the evaluation section, wherein you get a feedback, a constructive feedback of how your speech went by, and you able to improve yourself. Having got the feedback, you should be able to improve. So that's how a three sections of a TMOD or a Toastmasters session is. Before I take this ahead, I will invite our general evaluator today, Levina, I'll invite our general evaluator to please help us elaborate her role as a general evaluator and take it ahead.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster today. Hello again, everybody. I am the general evaluator today, which means I will generally evaluate the meeting. As Shikha said, a very important part of Toastmasters meetings is the evaluation, because unless and until we get a feedback, we do not know what is the scope of improvement and how we can do better. Toastmasters is a forum where the evaluation happens in a constructive manner. So I encourage everybody to use the CRC approach while evaluation, commendation, recommendation and recommendation. I have a team to help me out with the evaluations today. Let me welcome them so that they can introduce their roles to you. First of all, we have the timer. Our timer is Mahira. the most intelligent, bubbly, effervescent lady of the meeting. I always have a smile on my face when I see her. Myra on the stage, please.
Thank you, Lavina. Hello everyone, my name is Myra and I am timer for today. I'll be taking note of the time taken on stage by each speaker, and I'll be using 3 cards, red, green and yellow, to let you be aware of the time. I'll present my report when I'll be called upon on the stage by children's badminton. Thank you.
Thank you, Myra. Next, we have the lady who dons too many hats at once. She has taken 2 evaluation roles today, the R-counter and the active listener. The lady who's ever ready, who's ever enthusiastic, ever volunteering, and who we can count on. One of the ribs in the backbone of Toastmasters of Delhi, Toastmaster Archana.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I am Archana and I'll be the counter, where I'll count wherever you will use the filler words like I know, you know, so. And also as a grammarian, I'll be noticing your grammatical mistake. And then I'm also taking a role of active listener. So at the end, I will ask a few questions where I will see whether you all are listening actively or not. Thank you. Thank you, Lina.
Take one role. She'll do 10 roles. You forget her. You sure you don't want one role? Mr. Ex-President, we have a demotivated member. You come and sit with him.
The timer also is going.
We'll have thumbs up.
Okay, so that is the tag team. And as a general evaluator, I will be keeping an eye on whether all of you are maintaining your enthusiasm through the meeting, how much we are collectively participating, and how much we are all contributing to making this meeting a success. Now I call Madam Toastmaster of the Day again back on stage.
Thank you. I will just have my नहीं ये सिस्टम को ऑन करना होगा वहाँ कुछ लगाना है चालू हुआ नहीं है आप करेंगे तो अच्छा 1 मिनट आप रुकिए कर देना ये थोड़ा आप कुछ लाइट सेटिंग करेंगे धीरे धीरे अच्छा ऐसे धीरे धीरे आता है एक्चुअली आनंद ने पहले स्टार्ट करेगा सारे नाम ठीक काम इशू आ ओके और यदि मैं ठीक हो जाएगा Maybe you light off or फिर लेना आपको शेयर होगा ही करेगा सुधा जी एक लाइट और शायद आप थोड़ी बंद कर दीजिएगा कम कर Okay, thank you. Okay, we will get back to the theme. We were discussing storytelling. You all understood what is storytelling and why should we do it? Anybody wants to tell why should we be doing it?
with the ancient behavior?
To
The storytelling with the ancient behavior. We learn things through storytelling.
okay. And why is that? What is the motive that we're trying to drive?
The mode of communication.
They want to know what happened next. They get more interested. To get the attention of
Pass on information in more engagement.
Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes people like to share an experience they have felt, but sometimes like simple words can't do it. We have to put in different kind of emotions. The second person should also be interested in the storytelling in a way of.
Cool. So you are going to participate in the coming activity with Okay, the reason why I am telling all this, and it is more important for me or for all of you actually, to hear what I'm going to say next, because these things that I'm going to share next, you have to incorporate all of this in the activity we will do. So we all will be distributed into 4 groups. Okay, each group will have one person representing that group. That person has to come here and do a live storytelling. You will be given 2 minutes to do a storytelling. Like any impromptu speech that we do at table topic, I wave a yellow card at the 1.5, and effectively 2 minutes the maximum that you get to represent your group and do the storytelling. I have come out with 4 themes which I will share for each group. But for you, very important that what I share next, what requires a good storytelling, you hear that because you need to incorporate that in your storytelling. All good? Okay, fine. So there are 3 very important elements of storytelling. Okay, the very first thing says that you need to understand your audience. I am here to tell you a story. I need to understand all of you who are my listeners. So before a good storytelling exists a good story listening. I need to know what each of my person probably does. What is the problem that person is facing in their life? What is he battling with? Mentally, emotionally, physically. I will be then able to correlate that better with that person. I should even know what language that person speaks, because if I am able to speak in a similar language, there is better chances that we both able to correlate better with each other. And I don't appear as an alien to you. It is also important that I get to know that what are you trying to achieve in your life? What is the solution you want? If you going through a physical ailment, okay, you are looking to get better wellness or something. If you be going through some distressed relation, okay, you're looking for a relationship healing. So I need to know, at least largely, if today I'm targeting this audience with some of my story, I need to understand them. So which is very important that I just don't come up and start talking something which is absolutely no meaning to you all. So it is important that I understand my audience is the first step. The second step that is very important and required in storytelling is that I create a very vivid kind of a picture and imagination, wherein I will take you into that imagination. I will create that visual in your mind, so to capture you mentally and emotionally. Actually, I am trying to hit that emotion, which is what I was saying, that I am going to hit you emotionally. So what we are going to do is, we will create a vivid image that's how we tell a story, wherein we will have a specific character representing that story. That character should be correlatable for you. He should not be something from NASA you can't correlate in a general life. The person should be relatable, has to be a specific person. There has to be a specific feeling that you're trying to hit at, that emotion that you're trying to hit at. Are you trying to hit at somebody's sadness, happiness, a feeling to get over a distressed relationship or whatever? There has to be an emotion that you're trying to target at. Third, what is the challenge, a specific challenge that you're trying to overcome? Is that the challenges that I'm trying to beat, the hurdles or the obstacles that you face in the life? Is the challenge of the corporate life that you're trying to face? What is the challenge that you're trying to overcome? So if I create an imagination where you're able to correlate with a person or a theme or an imagination, I've understood your problem, I'll take you over there, and gradually I will capture you emotionally to take you where I want you to be, keeping you engaged, and then I am able to evoke emotions into you, which is where I have hit that emotion that is going to drive that required action out of you. We will learn how to do it, but I'm telling you the framework how it works. The third important thing that goes in a storytelling is the proposal. But it has to be very subtle. I cannot ask you, hey, please buy this. That will be too explicit and wannabe. That will be too much out there, right open. No, we don't do it like that. What is required, it has to be very subtle. Like, you don't go and propose on a very first date. Okay, you create a connection with somebody, you build trust, you create a bond, which is where you need in your storytelling 2 minutes that will be given to you. You spend your initial time in that creation of bond and trust. If that relation and equation and connection is created between the listener and yourself, which is where you got the person's trust in you, and the required action that you're seeking out of a person doesn't have to be explicit. It should always look like a logical next step. So that the person itself says, hey, I was looking for this solution. What is the solution? You should not be saying this is the solution. The person should be curious and say that, hey, I was only looking for all this. What is that I'm required to do? So it is going to be this. We will see how this goes, but effectively you need to understand your audience. You need to create a vivid imagination or a picture wherein there is a person who is correlatable, there is a challenge that you're trying to look. We are trying to hit the emotions, which is where you're looking for specific feelings to target at, and eventually you're looking for a proposal or a call to action, but not that you're saying very explicitly. I have one video, you see that video, and just try and correlate these 3 steps, okay? And see, does it even follow this structure or not? Because you're going to yourself do all of this here very shortly, okay? I'll just play one video for all of you. And this video is in Hindi, but there is captions at the bottom in English, which is where in case we need the caption, you can get it.
मेरे बेटे को जीत की आदत तब लगेगी जब वो मुझे हराएगा, तब नहीं जब मैं उसे जीतने दूंगी। आखिर आदतें न एक दिन में बनती हैं न आसानी से। तो जिस दिन वो मुझे हराएगा मैं जीत जाऊंगी। सिर्फ एक माँ अच्छी आदतों की नहीं समझती, इसलिए मैं देती हूँ उसे बॉन्ड।
Okay, this is it. So if you see, this lady did not come and say, hey, Bonvita, buy it please. It will make your child stronger, it will increase your bone density, it is good flavor, chocolate flavor. No, she did not talk all this. She did not say. What did she do? She brought somebody as a specific person who is very correlatable to our general common person's life. She is trying to evoke that emotion. Hey, a child is trying to overcome that person that's not able to run that well, and having that drink, that child is able to do that now. And which is correlatable that a mother correlates, my child is not doing and I want to make my child better, stronger and all of that. There are specific feelings, emotions, challenges we are trying to correlate here too. So this is the structure that a storytelling does. It's creating an emotional bond and connection. At the end, eventually she said, you know, Bonvita leads you to all this. But it has to be very subtle. She's not saying go and buy please. That 20% off. No, she's not doing all that. So you have to learn the art of storytelling, that I engage you mentally, I connect emotionally with you, and then I take you where I want you to go, but I will not tell you to walk there. I will make you walk there. So that's the art of storytelling. We will do this. I will myself demonstrate first the activity we will do. I will demonstrate myself first, how we will do it. I'll do a live example. Thereafter, we will divide in group of 4. Each of you will be given a theme, and then 2 minutes, we'll do a preparation time, and thereafter each of your group has to come and present this over here. Before I go any further, I will take up the next section of a TMOD meeting, which is the prepared speeches. we have today the first prepared speaker as Saurabh, and the evaluator for him is Amit. I'll request Amit to please come up and introduce the details of the speech for him.
Thank you, Sika, and good afternoon, Toastmasters and all the guests. So today, the first prepared speech is being delivered by the Saurabh, and he is delivering his level 3 elective project speech 5. The topic of the speech is the first interview, and the first interview using descriptive language. Saurabh is it's my 4th or 5th meeting, but I know from the very first day, Saurabh is the person, this Toastmaster Club, who comes to you and give you the comfort you want in the new club and any new place. So please welcome Toastmaster Saurabh. Okay, sorry. Actually, I am evaluating first time. So
you can sit down.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll welcome our speaker, first speaker, Saurabh, to please deliver his speech. Please welcome Saurabh, please. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. 10 September 2006, my semester result was out. And imagine what was the result? Anyone? Any guess? Yes, I failed in 9 subjects out of 10. This is my MBA classes, courses. I was a mediocre student throughout my life, but never tasted failure in my life. Imagine what happened to me. We went to party because we were there in hostels, and along with me, my roommates also failed in 5 subjects, and we asked for liquor. Great. But after we are having that classes 1, 2, 3, we realized that enough is enough. What we are going to do now? We failed 9 subjects out of 10. We are failed in 4 or 5 subjects out of 10. Let's go out, because MBA is all about experience. It is the real life experience rather than having the bookish knowledge. So we filled some form, and next week, actually 2006, it is around 15th or 16th of September, we were so happy. I am a Bengali person. 26th is actually the timeline till when we are going to stay there in Kolkata. Otherwise, my native is Purulia, which is 300 kilometers from Kolkata. We travel to there to enjoy our puja vacations. But on 15th of September, we got a call from one of the insurance company, and 3 of us. 2 are from finance, okay, MBA finance, and I am from MBA International Business. Very fancy name it is. It is actually during that time, 2006, all the other companies from India are actually coming to India and investing their funds in India and creating MNCs here. So that's why I thought that this will be a very good subject where I can connect India to the foreign. So that's why I took that subject. But fortunately, I have not got any chance to enter in that field. Rather, I received my first call for the interview from this so-called financial sector. And that is the insurance sector, definitely. So me and 2 of my friends on 24th of September around 3 p.m. In the afternoon visited this office. It is a very tiny office, very small. That office only has a table with 4 chairs and a cabin, okay, with 2 chairs in it. And the branch manager was the so-called overweight, over height, that lady sitting there inside the cabin with a person was there outside the cabin who is basically the office manager, and we see the only and initial staff who is going to give the interview, and if we got chance, he will be the first staff to serve that branch from Kolkata. So my first friend went there, and he took around 3 to 4 minutes to interact with that lady, and after that he came out, and with this all the common gestures what we have always before going inside to the interview chamber or interview cabin, we asked him, what are the questions? Don't ask the lady. Okay, so the next person went for the interview, and he took around 8 to 10 minutes, and when he came out, he actually had that smile of selection. Okay, so always we know that when your friends actually selected, it hurts you. Definitely. So my tension increased, and now this is my time. I had a glass of water, and my name was announced. Saurabh Khanra, can you please come inside? And I stood up, and I entered there. Okay, the first question from that lady came to me, can you sell? With huge confidence, I definitely answered that, yes, I can. Okay, she passed, came to me and asked me, sell this to me. And if you are a MBA student from 2006 or 2007-8, you may came across to this book called Philip Kotler's marketing book, and that book says that before you sell, you have to connect people. So I tried the same thing. Why I should sell this product to you? And because you are already holding a pen. Where it is? She asked. That time, all these girls and women are actually placed their pen on their hair bun. They thought that it looks very cool to them. I informed that you already holding a pen. Where it is? It is there. See, if you are already holding a pen, I cannot sell this product to you because the purpose of using the pen will remain the same. Okay, you may waste your money, and if it is your money or my money, okay, the money is money, and we have to create its value to you. I don't know what happened. After that, she actually liked this word, and she told me that you are selected. From now onwards, you are a member of this institution, and you will get 4,600 rupees salary, okay, and some traveling allowances. With lots of surprise, actually, I asked, how you decide why you are selected? She told me that your answer towards the value of money actually created the impact. It is not about sales. It is always about connecting people through the benefits of the products rather than selling of products. So thank you so much. This was a great learning for me during those days, because yes, the person told that or highlighted that education is always a real experience. Thank you so much. Back to you, Jayant.
Alright, thank you, Saurabh. We will now move to our next speaker, who is Mahmoodul. Pardon me, Mahmoodul Hassan. Okay, and the evaluator for him is Lavina. I will request Lavina to please come and share further details about it.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Mahmoodul Hassan will be delivering his level 1 speech course. The pathway is leadership development. The purpose of the speech is evaluation and feedback. He will be presenting the speech and receiving feedback from the evaluator. he has to practice applying the feedback in another's speech and serve as a speech evaluator himself during the club meeting in order to complete this level. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Tina. All right, without much ado, let's invite our second speaker, who is Mahmood Hassan himself, coming up for his speech. We warmly welcome you here on the stage. All the best.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I am going to talk about the biggest project on earth. Once upon a time, there was a child in the rural village. He always hungry for knowledge. He always hungry for information to become success. But unfortunately, he didn't get chance to go some fancy schools or colleges to learn something. But he always tried to find someone who can mentor him, who can tell him that what is right and what is wrong in your life to become a success. And one day he heard that there was one guru who can tell about the biggest project on earth, and everyone can success. Everyone can get success through this project. When he heard first time, he was like, when someone don't eat food for past few days and he was like hungry, he was not able to walk, he was not able to talk. These kind of situation happened with him. He was really hungry for that information to know about the biggest project on earth. And when he found that guru, when he knew that the guru is living thousands of kilometers away from his village, then he decided to travel and to meet with that guru and to know about the biggest project on earth. Then he started traveling, and after thousands of kilometers, he found that guru. And he was really excited to know about the biggest project on earth. And he had lots of curiosity to know, and there was waiting time to meet the guru, and he was really excited to know about this. And finally the time came, and when he met with that guru to know about the biggest project on earth, and he didn't ask anything, just asked, please guru, please tell me what is the biggest project on earth. Then the guru started explaining what is it. Then guru says that in our life we do lots of activity by pressure or by our choice, and we do lots of things that maybe matter in our life, or maybe it doesn't matter for in our life, but we are not aware of our life, what we are doing in our day-to-day life. So the guru tell the four pillars of life, that is biggest project on earth. When the builders or someone who build the buildings, he always think about the foundation of the building, of the pillars of the building. If the builders does not build a good foundation or good pillar, so he cannot expect to level up his building like 10th floor or maybe 50th floor. So in our life there are four pillars. That is, first one is physically fit, second is mentally fit, and third is financially fit, and fourth is spiritually fit. Then the boy asked again, please guru, explain what is it. Then guru tried to explain first, that is physically fit. What is it? What is the physically fit? When we drive a car, we always check our car. Is it enough petrol? Is there enough good condition? Everything. But we don't care about our health. So we have to be fit from our physically. We have to do exercise. We have to eat good food. So we can drive ourselves. We can go beyond our imagination. We can go wherever it takes to reach, to achieve our success. So we have to take care of our health, that is physically fit. And second pillar of the biggest project on earth is mentally fit. There is a one word, that is GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. If you consume bad content or that not useful information, so you cannot expect that you can speak in good way or you can deliver your speech in better way. Or in your life, if I'm thinking about always something that is not good. For example, if I'm thinking about politics and all the time, so I'm not able to survive my life. So I have to put the good content and information in my mind. So that is mentally fit. And third, that is financially fit. We have to take care of financially fit, because at the end we need money to survive our life. Money may not be most important thing in the world, but it's affect everything: your healthcare, your quality of education, your lifestyle. And last, that is spiritually fit. Spiritually fit is when you have everything, your health is good, you are mentally fit, you have lots of money, so you have to be fit from spiritually. Otherwise you will be arrogant and lots of gravity to with your colleagues or with your family members. So these four pillars explain to that boy, and boy got information, and after knowing this, the boy applied in his life and he became success. And I would like to wind up my speech with the quote, that is, do what you love and love what you do. But always remember, always think about the biggest project on earth, that is you. You have to work on yourself to become success. Thank you so much.
Alright, we have our final speaker for the day, which is Mahira Javed, and I am being the evaluator for her. So she is delivering the level 1 speech 2, which is innovative planning. The purpose of her speech will be to analyze the reasons that actually lead to communication failure. Alright, I warmly welcome Mahira to please come and deliver a speech. Alright.
Good evening, esteemed Toastmasters and fellow guests. My name is Mahira Javed, and today the topic of my speech is why communication goes wrong. Quite cliched, right? As cliched as it may sound, but you can't deny the fact that communication is a topic that has perplexed great minds throughout history. Millions of researches have been conducted just to understand how to communicate better. Today, I'm going to shed some light on this perplexing phenomenon. Let me begin with a small story. Once upon a time, there were two countries at war with each other. In order to make peace after many years of conflict, the two countries decided to make a bridge across the ocean. But the two countries did not learn each other's language properly, so they could not agree on the details. So the two halves of the bridge, which the two countries were making, they never met. To this day, the bridge lies long across the ocean in the wrong direction, far away from the meeting point. This story is a perfect example how communication can go wrong and what negative implication a failed communication could have. Communication is the foundation of every relationship, whether personal or professional. It is the way we convey our ideas, our thoughts to others. Although communication is essential, we have been doing it since childhood. Yet communication is not easy. We all know the importance of communication, yet most of us struggle to communicate effectively. We all have been in situations where we had very good intentions, we spoke up, but things went pear-shaped. Things go wrong. That's painful, I know, because I have been doing that quite regularly. So today, there could be various reasons for failure of communication. Today, I'll be analyzing just a few of them. The first one is language. When we don't understand each other's language, we can't convey our ideas or thoughts accurately. What just happened in the story I shared? The two countries, in spite of having very good intentions, they could not make peace because they did not learn each other's language properly. So language is vital. Language is very evident that language is essential for an effective communication. Next is emotion. Emotion plays a vital role in communication. Whenever we are high on any emotion, we are feeling sad, we are feeling happy, or frustrated, or angry, we lose our ability to listen to others effectively. Because our emotion clouds our judgment and our belief. And that creates a barrier, and the real message doesn't get across. The next is empathy. Empathy is putting yourself in the shoes of others. What does empathy do in communication? Empathy builds understanding. Empathy is quite underrated, especially in today's world, where we neither have time nor do we care what the other person is feeling. But believe me, without empathy, communication is bound to fail. Next is our favorite one, selective listening. Selective listening is a tendency of an individual to choose which part of a communication to pay attention to and filtering out or ignoring the rest of the information. When selective listening happens, only partial message gets across, thus leading to misunderstanding and miscommunication. By the way, if there is an award for selective listening, any guesses who would get that? You? Any guesses? Sorry? If there is an award for selective listening, who would get that? Husbands. You are the one. True? Next is information overload. Have you guys heard of a disease called diarrhea of mouth? It's a situation where words starts coming out of the mouth like a river raging after rainstorm. The speaker starts bombarding with avalanche of information which the listener is unable to process, leading to confusion, misunderstanding and conflict. The next is non-verbal communication. That is the most important one, which we most of the time ignore. Where an untimely wink or a raised eyebrow could ruin the communication. Our body doesn't speak anything, yet it communicates very loudly. In a similar manner, it can miscommunicate also if we are not mindful. Last but not least, digitalization of communication. Digital communication lacks the beauty of non-verbal cues, facial expression, tone of voice, body language, thus leading to miscommunication and misunderstanding. In conclusion, I would say that communication is an intricate dance of twists and turns with unexpected tumbles. It doesn't matter how skillful you are, how nice you are, how eloquent you are. If your message is not heard and understood, you have completely wasted your time and also confused the other person in the process. So in order to be a better communicator, always remember that communication is not about you. It's always about the other person. So in order to become a conscious communicator, practice empathy, clarity and energy in your communication. I hope you have found this speech interesting and insightful. Thank you for being a good listener.
You can put off the light. I need to. All right. So as I shared in the beginning, there are 3 sections, and we just completed our very first section, which is about delivering the speeches, and we will resume the theme now. All right. So we were talking about effective storytelling, wherein I had shared how the structure of a storytelling is. Before we go any further, I'll share something about my own personal life. So until when I am, in this current company and where I was working previously, I went through a lot of bad environment, probably a lot of office politics. I was targeted for the sheer competition or a threat that appeared to my other colleagues. A lot of sadness with every day I used to complete my office day. There was nobody to talk to. There was nobody to eat with. If I was standing here, I could see a crowd in front of me gossiping about me. It was always very saddening. At the end of the day, on my way back, coming in the metro, I used to only just my heart cry. I feel totally sad. I tried a lot to get a job, but I wasn't getting one. I was portrayed as somebody who was not able to perform, but within me I knew I was a good performer. But there was a lot of effort that I had to undergo just to come out through that image of mine that was formed. I was given wrong downloads so that I could do wrong. I was given feedback from the top that I can't do. It's just not, you're not worth it. You can't do it. I was not given the right opportunities. I was given some stereotype, copy-paste kind of work. My growth was slow. Sad I used to feel every day. Clueless. I could not share all this with my family. Yet I'm going through all this. I do not have that environment. I was sad. I thought maybe I should go to some counseling because I really needed it. I had nobody to whom I could really open up how I felt, and there was so much of taboo around going and talking to a counselor. I was sad. One day I was just, sitting in my room, on my bed, on a night, opened my laptop, just scrolling through things, just trying to divert myself mentally. A pop-up came up my screen, which was giving me alerts that this job is out there, that job is out there, and different things that I can possibly do, maybe some training courses and all that. I thought maybe there's no harm trying, while there is this preconceived notion that okay, maybe I'll try, but it may just not work. But I thought at least there's no harm, I can always try. I went down to the website of monster.com. I tried applying as many possible postings that they were there. One fine day, I got a call from the HR of a company asking me to sit for an interview. I was already a person who had gone very low on the confidence for the experience and the treatment I was living in my previous organization for a fairly long time. But I said, okay, why not? There's no harm. I will fail or be at the same place where I am. Nothing to lose. I gave that interview and they found something okay, probably worth working upon, and they took me. Today is the current company where I work that leaves me, end my day with a happy heart. It's happy because I'm treated with respect. I'm happy because people take me as equal. I'm happy because I have somebody to talk. I have somebody to share my meal. I have somebody with whom I can talk what's happening in the industry, what is happening in the news, talk what is happening in my job. I felt equal. I felt accepted. I felt respected. The current company led me to a better place emotionally, mentally, a happier life. Being mentally at peace, I was able to give time to my health. And the credit of all this, I think, led, because there is a platform that exists in monster.com, let me know that the opportunity exists. Otherwise, I couldn't have got to know. I may have just 10 people in my network, but never that I would have got to know that 100 opportunities exist. And I thank monster.com to lead me to here for a better life. So you guys saw what I did? I was pitching monster.com. I wasn't sharing my story. So this is what a storytelling is. I engaged you all through the emotions. I made that image and picture in front of you where I captured you emotionally. I said, hey, I was that bad. I was just sharing an emotion. I was trying to create that connect with all of you. I tell you a happier place where the person wants to be. I chose this particularly because I know you all are corporate people. You will be able to relate to all this. I said to understand your audience, which is why I chose this as for the purpose of demonstration. I am talking of something which you people all will correlate. Everybody person goes through office dynamics which are not that great always. I took you to a place where you would want to be, the most ideal world. And I told you what takes you from here to there. So it's a subtle way which way end of it, a logical step will appear to you that, hey, why not I also log in and see what's happening there? Maybe it may just lead me to a better place. So this is what storytelling as a demonstration I shared with all of you would look like. Now we will go to where you all will do it. Enough of my job. I will sit there. Now you all will do it. You all will be now split into groups of 4. A theme to be shared with each of you. And then each of you will come and do the storytelling. Okay? So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. You are 3. Anshu, you will not participate?
No, I was lost.
I'll brief you again. No problem.
Yeah.
You were 1. So you were 2. Okay, so all the 1s together, all the 2s together, eventually when we do it, but that's how your teams are, 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s, okay? So I'll share you what your themes are. Group 1 has a theme, Nike shoes. Whoever is in the group 1, you have to create a story around Nike shoes. Whatever you want to say. Not necessarily looking to buy Nike shoes, whatever message you want to put around it. A story, whatever. If you're looking for a desired action, at the end of it, keep the message like the way I demonstrated. First theme, Nike shoes. Team 2, a yoga mat. Who is in the team 2? You, Adisha. Team 2, yoga mat. So you all will see who has to come and do the storytelling, but your theme is the yoga mat. Team 3, guitar classes. Myra, you, and you. Okay, Anshu. 3 of you, your theme, guitar classes. Weave a story, whatever you want to build around it. Just think, we'll get the time for that. 4th is the SIM card. I thought you will correlate most with it. Okay, who is the group 4? Okay, and who else is in group 4? Okay, so 2 of you get the theme of SIM cards. Okay, so this is how it. I will now maybe just request the team 1s to be together, team 2s to be together, 3s to be together, 4s to be together. And we'll just take 10 minutes. You all can kind of hurdle together and just see how you all want to do. Ones together, 2s together, 3s together, 4s together. So from 10 minutes from now, you get time to build a story. You understood how it works, right? Build a story and then we will have you all here at the stage. 1 person, 2 person, however you want to have all the 3 come here, your choice. 1 person, your choice. 3 people, your choice. It has to be very effective storytelling. Okay? Just the way it leads, the structure leads. Okay, 10 minutes starts. You're running on your time.
We'll change it to what?
As many you want. The one that I had, as many you want. Your story, you see. Minutes up, as many people can come and do and represent your group. No restriction of that. 4 minutes up.
Every call, just say hi. Hi. Hey, just change the word. Hi. Hello. Post our computer class, then finally, just send the 4:30, it says 4:30, take the day to meet.
minutes up, 4 minutes left. I'm fine. Please, आप लोग करिए 4 minutes.
We are done. No. Whoever you invite. You can have a glass of water. Glass hai? If you are taking name of Airtel, you will be disqualified from some of us. Should be Vodafone. Because our president is from Vodafone. This is the female. That's all. Three connects.
Three minutes left.
Are you coming for the Are you coming for the I will say yes, then I will understand. So what you are doing now? Kind of. Don't say yes, I am coming. Don't complete the sentence.
2 minutes left.
Just don't complete the sentence because I see day 3. Hi, Chitranja. What happened to our computer? We are not so I will say that you can come before I called you. So
Last minute left, please. मतलब बाद में चाहिए Alright, time is up. Rule remain rules and uniform for everyone. 10 minutes is the time that we have for this preparation. Okay? Alright, who is prepared and who is team 1? Alright, let us have you here. So this is more like a competition or a challenge. So at the end when you get that chit to vote and score, this is the team 1. So you at the end can see which team is performing the best and just put a number as team 1, 2, 3 and 4 and that team shall be the winner. And this is team 1. Alright, I will just put your name so that people remember.
We are the cutest team in the room. You can remember. The cutest
Both
team
broken-
is
both
team
broken
1.
also.
Team 1. I'll just write Lavina and
Just write the
is
cutest team in the room.
Shu is your team, right? Okie dokie, let's start. Have some fun. You want all the lights? Fine. Okay.
Can we have somebody take videos of the...
We are recording now.
I think I still make a video.
Put them on our Insta.
I'll just make one.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters. My name is Amit Kumar, and today I am here just to describe about my personal life. So, being a corporate guy, from last 4-5 years, I've gained tummy. I'm losing my muscles. Then, whenever I used to take stairs, then I face some breathing issues. So what should I do for this? I think I should start some physical activity, maybe gym. But gym I cannot go regular because of my job profile. I have traveled many places and gym is not everywhere available. But yes, ground is everywhere available where I can start running. And I think running is the best exercise to lose weight, to stay fit. For breathing issues, if you want to improve your breathing, then running is the best exercise. And I used to run when I was a child. So I think but before starting running, I think I need to buy some good pair of shoes. But there is only 2 available. One is the First Box, it's a brand, and another is the Nike. So, ma'am, do you have those shoes?
Take first box, first box.
First Box. So
Yes.
First Box is recommended by the physiotherapist also.
Let the physiotherapist be. I am recommending first box. See, such beautiful promoters we have. Take first box.
Do you have any record like any runner is using those First Box shoes?
Drop runners. See, I am wearing first box. Take first box.
First Box are breathable.
Arey, forget about breathing. You just enjoy first box.
How much discount you can give?
Arey, forget discount. You buy 2 today. First box, first box.
Okay. Please give me the First Box.
Here you go.
Okay, thank you.
I bought the first box shoes, I got injured. Life is full of surprises and this is not the best surprise I think. I might have not chosen the options of my first box.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much. You just got saved from being disqualified. It was 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 30 seconds grace I give. Very nice, very nice. Alright, who is the team 2? Who's the team 2? Alright, please come on the stage. Yeah. Stay, your maximum time is 2 minutes, okay? 30 seconds still a grace. But maximum. I'll show green at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2. Okay? Team 2.
Yoga mat and samosas.
Alright, see. I'll start recording 1 second. So let me know when you're ready. I'll start recording.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about my life. That in 2020, when Corona came, I started my startup that is Save Life. And it was awesome experience and great startup. We became unicorn within a year. And because of our hard work, we did a great job and we became unicorn within a 1 year. But during my 1 year, I was very depressed, in a tension. I was not able to focus on my relation, on my family, and even I'm not able to focus on my work as well because of lots of stress from investor and from business and lots of things. But then I started do yoga because I thought yoga can help me to be relaxed, calm, and relieve my pain as well, because I was sitting in the office whole day and working in front of computer and talking with my colleagues and giving lots of tasks and managing everything. Then I started yoga, and after doing yoga I was not feeling good because sometimes I got time and I just started yoga in my office, sometimes in my home, because without any, in my regular mat, or sometimes in my bed, but it was not professional, not awesome. So after some time I traveled one of my colleagues. He was the investor, and I got to know about him that yoga mat can help me to achieve my goals. So after knowing, I bought the yoga mat from Flexi brand, and when I did yoga by Flexi mat, I feel more comfortable, more professional, and more I can concentrate that yes, I am on yoga mat. So I focus on yoga mat and I did my yoga with that mat, and it was awesome experience. I achieved my goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You also just got saved from in this career. You were 2 minutes 29 seconds. No, you just got saved.
How much time?
2 minutes is the time. 30 seconds still agrees. 2 minutes 29 seconds he did.
Wow.
You just got saved. Who's team 3?
Yeah.
Alright, please go. Please.
Go.
Could I have your name? I'm sorry. Karan. Yeah. And your team is? Guitar. Okay. Alright, I will just start it.
Right. So this is kind of a personal story, and I was born and brought up in a very small village in Himachal Pradesh, and I got an opportunity to go to a college in Delhi. And when I went there, I saw the kids around me, and I saw these people around me, and I realized that there was a lot of drawback that I had within myself, and there was just a lot of different things that I felt I was not good at. And this made me sort of seclude in myself. This made me feel like I did not belong to this particular place. I felt withdrawn from society. I felt withdrawn from people, even the friends that I had. It felt as if I wasn't able to talk. I wasn't able to communicate. I could not be myself. And this went on for a year or two. I stopped going to classes. I completely lost interest in it. One day I woke up at 12 in the afternoon, and that this was the usual time when I was waking up, because I was just so depressed in life. I happened to come across an Instagram video, and it was a funny video of a person playing the guitar, and I thought to myself, maybe this is something that I could do. And was I right? I took the chance, I took that leap of faith, and I went in, and I met this group of amazing people. And these people helped me see life in such a different manner. I was not able to only learn a new instrument, but I was able to go through life. I was able to go through being myself and understanding who I was. Music helped me express that, and this guitar masterclass was something liberated me in ways unimaginable. Thank you.
All right, we finally have our fourth count team. Saurav, please come along and show us your storytelling on the
Thank you
mic,
so
my
much,
friend.
Madam Toastmaster of the
I
Day.
will just put your
This is
name
Saurav.
so that you are
Airtel
remembering to
SIM card.
and you're doing SIM cards.
I'm doing.
I will just start recording. 1 second. Ready?
Hey Chittaranjan, are you coming for this computer class?
Yeah, hello Saurabh, how are you?
I'm good. You are coming for this computer class? What is happening?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello,
Hey
Saurav.
Chittaranjan, how are you?
Yeah, I am fine, brother. How are you?
I'm good.
So, are you coming for basketball?
Yeah, two. Oh, he's just texting me. Yeah, I'm there. I'll be there in India Gate by 4:30. Yeah, it's for India Gate, and we are just going to meet each other. Hey, hi, Chittaranjan. What is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening to your phone?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not working properly. It may be a problem.
Okay, it is not actually the phone is actually means our phone is good, but it is
My network is not going.
the Vodafone network is not connecting properly.
Exactly.
Okay, great, good. So let's have a cup of tea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So you realize that person is there. Means over the phone for last couple of hours.
Yeah, exactly. When we was going to the restaurant,
so you can-
on that time only they are talking about.
Yeah, you can ask. Go ahead and ask.
Hello, man.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Sharma.
Yeah.
So since long you are talking to someone. So can you tell me which scene you are using it?
Oh, actually, I'm talking to my girlfriend, and she is there in outside Delhi, and you know that this is a Airtel connection, and it cost me around 499 rupees per month.
Oh, that nice.
And
that nice.
of course, and if you are taking this connection, you will get another SIM card, and that actually you pass on to your girlfriend. So this is
sorry, I
this
don't
is
have
okay. You can connect to your friends also. So
Sorry.
this is how it is with Airtel, and yes.
Okay, Saurabh, they are using Airtel SIM. So
Okay, great. So we can switch to Airtel
Yeah.
SIM card.
Yes.
And East or West, Airtel is the best. Thank you so much.
Super awesome. Very much within the time frame. Alright, this was so much fun. I think we quite enjoyed, and thank you very much for participating with so much of enthusiasm. I think we should clap for ourselves at least. Great participation, great activity. Alright, maybe we should go to the next section. Okay, before we go any further, let's probably take a 5-10 minutes break and then we will resume. Alright, thank you very much. See you on the other side of the break. Alright, welcome back. Let's resume our meeting and connect for today. Before we go any further, let's go to the second section of our meeting, which is about the table topics. I will invite our table topic master, Amit, to please go ahead and take up the table topics for section today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and the guests. So in this section, I have some topics. I'll randomly call anyone, and you will be given a topic. On that topic, you have to speak for 2 minutes. You will get the 2 minutes time, and before starting on that topic, you will have a 30 seconds if you want to reconcept that topic in your mind, or if you want to remember anything. Then for preparing yourself, you will get 30 seconds. So it's a random topics, and I'll ask randomly anyone, and the guests also. So I'll request, please finish your samosa first. Okay. So the first I'm calling Miss Archana. because she is coming to this club from last, I think, 1.5 months, but still has not completed her first icebreaker speech.
I will do that
So,
soon.
there is a topic which goes as follows.
What is one thing you would like to
7.
change about the India, and
7.
how would you go about making that change? Okay, hello everyone. My topic is, what is one thing you would like to change about the India, and how would you go about making that change? So I think making any change in country or something, we should be the change first, and for that we should contribute and cast our vote, which make the difference in making the changes in India. So thank you so much.
You have time.
I have 2 minutes. Achha. Okay. Then I'll think more about it.
You can talk about the traffic, pollution, feminism.
Politicians.
No politician.
Mr. President.
So these days now we all are facing the big problem of the traffic. It is and the other than that, the raining. It is raining heavily in Delhi. So due to that there are huge traffic jams. Everyone who are moving from Delhi to now Noida in NCR, each of us are facing traffic jams. So that is also another problem where we can contribute. I mean, we can raise our concerns to the government that there should not be a water logging, and there should be some specific rules which everyone should follow, and we can also contribute in that. Other than that, again I will emphasize to go and cast your vote, which will make the most of it, which will make the most impact in selecting the right candidate who can actually work into that direction, where whatever change we are expecting, that can be worked on and that can be fulfilled. Is it over? Still I can Okay. Other than that, there are many issues which are going on. We can let's discuss about Okay, so there are, being a female, I would say that every female should get more opportunities, or we should say that we should get the equal opportunities. As TMOD Shikha was sharing her story when she was just looking for the equality or the equal opportunity in the corporate world. Not only in corporate world, but in other ways also, we should get the equal opportunities, where the females should also come and contribute in the Indian politics more. So, because being a female, I can experience or I can feel whatever is happening with me rather than any male. So that way I can feel and I can work on that direction more. So yes, we should contribute more into politics as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talking about difficult things.
Okay, so who is coming next? Anyone? Kamal? Karan, sorry. Please. So, any topic?
How long will this be?
For 2 minutes and 30 seconds will be grace period after 2 minutes. Mahira will show you the card on a 1 minute, then 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you have to complete within 30 seconds. And you have the grace period of 30 seconds before starting speaking. You can use the license.
number 1.
One.
My topic was.
So the topic of Karan is, if you were given a superpower for a day, what would it be and how would you use it?
So, if I was given a superpower for a day, I would probably go for something which none of you would expect. It would be the empathy, empathy giver. I would have the power of making people more empathetic towards others. Now you'd be wondering, why would I have such a power? It would probably be because of a very simple thing. If we were more empathetic towards people around us, I suppose we would stop arguing. We would stop, not arguing, but we would stop dismissing the thoughts and the ideas and the understandings of other people. We would try to look at things from their perspective, right? We would, we would live in a much better community. We would live in a much better society where the needs and the wants of people would be understood, and that is what I would have as a superpower.
So next I would call a person who is not taking any role today. That is Anand Prakash. Second, the topic is, what is the best advice you have ever received and how has it saved your life?
See, nowadays it's hard to find someone who can give you the right advice. Each person can give you advice, but you can't be sure if it's right or not for you. In India, we are so known that you can go to anyone and tell your problem, and they will provide you solutions, a list of solutions. That means everyone is so intellectual, so enlightened that they know the solution of each problem. Okay? Advice. Some people give advice when we ask them. Some people give them for free of cost. And that is also that can cost you some money. Okay? So you need to be careful what advice you need to take on. People advise me to work on my weight gain because I'm lean and quite lightweight on this earth. I'm walking gently, not harming any being or any soil on this planet. They say that if I could gain some weight, I would look good because I have height, but I do not have much mass. So that's my advice, and I'm working on it slowly. I'm increasing my calorie intake and also burning some calories on a daily basis, like walking and cycling, etc. So it's a good advice that you need to work on your body and get it in shape.
Then the next, one more. Okay, please come, Chenjeev. Chitranjan. 5. What is the most valuable lesson you have learned from a mistake?
Can you repeat?
Yeah. 30 seconds.
Learn from mistakes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, Toastmaster. I am Chitranjan Sharma, and my topic is what you have learned from your mistakes. So, I will tell my story. 5 years back, when I started preparation of UPSC CSE in 2018. So, after giving 1-2 attempts, I was not able to consistency in my studies, not able to discipline in my studies, not able to do hard work. UPSC is all about marathon. Like you cannot go in one day and run and you win the race and you get the IAS IPS post. You have to run throughout the year. So when I was started after failing 2 attempts, I am not able to clear prelims in 2020 and 2021. So one of my friends from Bangalore called me. Chidran, you can't be courageous or what? You have to be fearlessness. You are preparing for a PSC exam. You failed in 2 attempts. My elder brother from home called me and said, brother, you are preparing for a PSC. You can't be a discipline. You have to be throughout the year in a discipline. Then only you can able to qualify. I was like, yeah. Then one day I find the video of Denzel Washington. Anybody knows him? So he told that without consistency, without commitment, you will never start. But most importantly, without consistency, you will never finish. And trust me, when I saw that quotation and when I watched that video, I from inwards I come to know what that is all I wanted. If I want to clear this exam, I have to be commitment, I have to be consistency in my studies. And trust me, 2 months back I wrote my 3rd attempt in UPSC CSE and I cleared. Today, this year, after couple of months, I am writing UPSC CSE names. Thank you so much.
It's a wonderful speech Chenjeevi has just delivered. And for the consistency part, 2 or 3 weeks back, I have given a speech on the consistency. It's available on YouTube. You can go and watch about the consistency. So thank you, and handing over to the Toast PMOD.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be consistent with the classes also. All right, thank you very much. I think without making to wait it anymore, I'll request my evaluator to please come and lead the evaluation section. Welcome, Ravina. Please take this ahead.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. First, let us get to the voting. I request the Sergeant at Arms to share the slips. And everybody, please first vote for the best speaker among Saurabh, Hassan, and Mahira.
I'll just add on the top of the slip, please also vote for the storytelling. Please. You also participate. Just on the top, also vote for the storytelling, like team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. We'll count that. Thank you.
So 20 seconds for the voting, please. Best team and best speaker.
Speaker for now.
Yes, speaker. I hope you voted for the best speaker and the best team. Now please vote for the best table topic speaker, which is point number 5 on your sheet. There were 4 table topic speakers today. We had Archana, Anand, Karanveer and Chitranjan. Vote for the best table topic speaker. Another 10 seconds for the voting, please. Thank you, sir. I'm the general evaluator. Please do the role of a good audience member. No comments from the peanut gallery, from people who don't take roles, who don't come to meetings.
My game.
Okay, now we move on to the evaluations, the speech evaluations. Our first welcome on stage Amit Kumar, the evaluator for Saurabh Chandra.
Good evening once again. Just okay. Good evening once again. I am evaluating the speech of Saurabh, who is given the speech number 5, level 3, elective project. I have some points regarding the speech of Saurabh, which already mentioned in the evaluation form, like the clarity, vocal. The commendation part is the clarity was good. Vocal variety, he has used the vocal variety during his speech. Eye contact, he is maintaining the high eye contact. Just one recommendation, that if you can work upon the pronunciation. I know it's maybe because of native language. I am also facing the same problem. But yes, it can be worked upon. So first you learn, then give me some advice how to improve that part. Then okay. Again, the commendation part is the comfort level. The Saurabh is very comfortable while he delivers his speech. He maintains eye contact, maintaining convivial atmosphere while he delivers any speech. The story part, how it started. He started with the help of audience. He engaged the audience. He started from his personal life, then come to the conclusion. That was the topic of today's itself, the art of storytelling, and he adopted that approach. Started from the personal life, then conceptualize and the conclusion. And the conclusion was very good. That he concluded his speech with the two most important factors. The one is the impact, and the second is the value of money. So this is from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit. I am here to evaluate the second speaker of the day, Mahamudul Hassan. Hassan delivered his speech on the topic, the biggest project on earth. He started with the traditional opening. He wished all of us a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. He carried on the record of being the best dressed person in Toastmasters meeting. I think that is the 7th time in a row, and the 7th time in a row that he is attending a meeting. That's there. The topic had a deeper meaning which he shared with us, talking about a person, or rather a boy, who wanted to understand the biggest project on earth and looked for the help of a guru, and how the guru helped explain that, talking about the 4 pillars which make up this project. The pillars of being physically fit, mentally, financially and spiritually fit. And he also told us what those pillars meant. The definitions or the explanations were really shared with us. The content was extremely relatable and something which is of use and interest and benefit to all of us. I recommend Hassan that he should come here as a Toastmaster of the day once and expand on the content that he presented on his speech today. The 4 pillars in the speech itself, additionally, they could have been further qualified using relatable examples. While we got the definitions, some anecdotes. What does being physically fit mean? For example, physically fit means that today, in case you are able to climb 2 stairs, tomorrow you will be able to climb 20 stairs. Or tomorrow you will reduce dependency on vehicles because you will be self-dependent. You are able to walk that much more. Or you will not be out of breath when you are playing with your kids. Relatable examples. Similarly, the focus in the story that Hassan was narrating was a young boy who went to the guru to get this knowledge. What happens to the boy as a result of the knowledge? How did his life change? What was the before and what was the after? Especially in all the 4 pillars. That is something we would have liked to know. During the first part of the speech, Hassan related with the hunger for information with the hunger for food. That is a simile I'm not able to wrap my head around. Hunger for food is something which is extremely different and which is an unfortunate situation in parts of the world even today because of deprivation, inequality and a lot of factors. And hunger for information cannot be equated with the very real social problem. Perhaps the effort was good. Having a simile or a metaphor in any speech increases the relatedness. However, this one probably did not hit the mark. That being said, I learned a new term in the speech today, GIJO, garbage in, garbage out. I've always learned FIFO, first in, first out. That was new. Hassan's voice continues to be excellent. The pitch, the clarity, the volume, a person sitting in the corner of the room can hear it. So commendations on that. He already has the right elements going for him. A bit more focus on the content and grammar. Grammar will take a bit of effort. That is understandable given that the language is not your native language. However, a lot of things are there in the favor. Some more effort and we are home. All in all, an excellent effort and we look forward to more going forward. Thank you. I invite the third evaluator, Sheikh Hassan, to evaluate the speech of Mahira Javi.
Alright, so I am here evaluating speech for Mahira. Mahira? okay. No problem. So Mahira, as much as seen you here from the starting, the day one that you came here and now, there's a lot of improvement in the terms of your comfort here and the confidence that you gain. That's an overall level that I see as a growth in you as a speaker, as an individual, and the purpose that you came here altogether, where you wanted to be in front of masses a better speaker and a more calmer person. So that's very much nailing and growing, decently visible in that front. In terms of your speech that went today, I think you were very clear in your language, in the terms that you have a decent control on the language, and you don't fumble much, and the grammar is also not too out of the place. So you're fairly comfortable in terms of the clearness, and also your voice is not that feeble that somebody may not be able to hear and all. So that's also somewhere moderate and fine. In terms of how I would probably give you certain suggestions. So, it's more, I think, as people get comfortable over the time. So initially when you started giving a speech, you were a little closed and restricted in your body language. Maybe you were conscious, you were getting comfortable gradually. But as you kind of passed a couple of minutes and you were into the speech, you were open. You were open in your body language. You were open even to ask questions to the people. So you gradually gain that comfort, but that's something that will fix with time. And that comfort will come in from the very start of the speech itself. In terms of the eye contact, it was little limited to the people in the front, so maybe that can go just all the way around. In terms of, you were giving structured thoughts, like you were giving 1, 2, 3, 4, but also if you could give some relatable example or story, it just helps people, keeping people engaged and correlate better and keep listening to you very actively as your speech would go. So that's another suggestion I would give. All in all, I feel that your speech things are going in the terms of you growing well. Your body language is also improving from the way you had started earlier, and I think that interactive part that you just got a little later, only towards the end, you can probably have it a little more, and maybe towards the start as well, just to keep everybody engaged. But all in all, I think it's a good growth from where it started, and you're going good on it. So that's my evaluation. So, thank you.
Thank you. I now invite our table topic evaluator for the day, Hassan, to evaluate the table topic for the day.
Good evening, everyone, again. And today I'm going to evaluate the table topic speaker. And first speaker was Archana. And Archana's question was, what one thing you would like to change about India, and how would you go about making that change? But it is awesome experience because when suddenly people come and they are given a topic and speak suddenly, so it's very hard to speak 2 minutes or maybe 3 minutes. But still Archana were talking, but suddenly she missed the time that she thought I have to complete within a 30 seconds. But first 30 seconds you are given time because of you can think and you can prepare your speech. And structure was not good because of answer was not proper and voice was enough good. And I would say to improve that when you speak impromptu speech, always take time and always prepare your mind that what you are going to speak. And second speech, that is Karan. And Karan's topic was what is the best advice? Anand Prakash, and his question was what is the best advice you have ever received and how has it shaped your life? So he was confident and he used his body language, but still he distracted from answer because he was like people always give advice when we are with our friends or colleagues, but Anand at the last he gave answer properly, and I would recommend for him to structure his answer. And last, that is Chitranjan. Second last, Chitranjan. And his question was, what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from mistakes? And it is really awesome for Chitranjan because the physical appearance and structure of answer and voice, confidence, everything was great. So I don't have any recommendation for him. And last, that is Karan. If you were given a superpower for a day, what would be and how would you use it? So while delivering a speech, his voice was low and answer was structured. So I would recommend for him to use more body language and please speak a little bit loud so people can hear. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ratan. I request all of you to vote for the best evaluator. Point number 4 on your list, on your pieces of paper. Vote between the 3 speech evaluators, Amit, Lavina, Shikha, and the table topic evaluator, Hassan. 10 seconds for the voting, please. Okay, now we move to the general evaluator's evaluation of the speeches. General evaluator's evaluation of the evaluators. The speech evaluators, we had Amit Kumar who evaluated the speeches Saurabh. There were Amit duly followed the CRC approach, which is extremely commendable. One recommendation would be there was certain a speech is measured by the content, the voice, stage presence. All of these elements are to be taken into evaluation. Now, my recommendation on Saurabh's speech would be when it comes to stage movement. Saurabh, okay, let me dial back a bit. I have been a witness to Saurabh's speeches right from the time he had given his icebreaker, and the growth has been extremely phenomenal. you cannot equate the person he is today to where he was before. In terms of voice clarity, diction, grammar. I know how big of a challenge it was. Grammar was for Saurabh. Bengali is his native language and English is a language which he learnt a bit later. And today the grammar was absolutely brilliant. Everybody fumbles, everybody makes mistakes, but I couldn't really make out I'm listening to a non-English speaker. And the passion with which Saurabh delivers certain topics. You should always take topics Saurabh from your life. When you come and talk about some gyan, then I'm always zoning out. But when he talks about his sales experiences, his friends, his family, his interview experiences, I can't miss even a single word. The passion that reflects in his eyes, wow. That being said, we will unfortunately be unable to admit Saurabh's speech for today because it exceeded the time. So I will request Saurabh to redo the speech. And anybody who has voted for Saurabh as the best speaker, please change your vote. Take 5 seconds for that.
7 minutes?
50 seconds.
7 minutes? That is 50. Very clear.
Rules, not rules.
Okay.
We love this speech, Mahir. I agree with you. Timing is one facet. कल change. वोट काउंट नहीं होगा रखो भाई वोट सालों की होगा सब The dialogue that Saurabh presented between him and the lady with the bun was extremely appealing and very well constructed in the visual aspect. In order to take it up a notch, perhaps you could depict 2 different people using 2 different stage presence. The lady could be here, Saurabh could be here probably. To move your body when you're depicting the different characters of the dialogue. Stage movement is something that can be worked upon. That being said, the stage movement today was extremely brilliant simply because of the passion that was reflected. Anything and everything else we forgot about. Coming to my evaluation, I reflected that I missed giving a takeaway or a nutshell, which is something one should do. We come to Shikha's evaluation of Mahira. CRC approach was duly followed. It was encouraging. Most of the bases were covered. Stage movement was something that was missed out. And Mahira, I felt that you appear a bit nervous on stage. So probably a bit more of practice. And 2 negatives do not a positive make. Your voice was not too feeble. Could probably have been replaced with your voice was loud enough, we could hear you, it was bold enough. Got it. We come to the evaluation of the table topic evaluator Hassan. He was duly encouraging and he gave feedback as required, especially for Archana, who became extremely nervous when she came on stage. So kudos for that, Hassan. No recommendation. Now we go on to the auxiliary role players. I first call upon stage the timer Mahira.
Here's the report. Shikha took 25 minutes on stage. Saurabh took 7 minutes 50 seconds. Mahmudul Hassan took 7 minutes. I took 6 minutes 45 seconds. And for table topic speakers, Archana took 2 minutes 55 seconds. Karan took 1 minute 8 seconds. Anand Prakash 1 minute 30 seconds. And Chitranjan took 2 minutes 1 second. For the speech evaluator, Amit took 2 minutes, Lavina took 3 minutes 40 seconds, Archana took 2 minutes 34 seconds, and Mahmudul Hassan took 3 minutes 25 seconds. That's it. Thank you.
Guys, so we have 2 more disqualifications. I will be disqualified from the evaluator. So if anybody has voted for me, please change your vote. And Archana will be disqualified from the table topic speech. People, please change your vote. Take 5 seconds.
But Arjuna was supposed to speak. Arjuna was supposed to speak on the stage.
You have timed her 2 minutes 55 seconds. That is 25 seconds extra.
We are active with the.
Yes, we will go to the other office. We are just waiting. We don't have chocolates today. Okay, I call upon the next auxiliary role player, the R counter Archana.
Yeah, so the art on the report is like Amit took 6 aha, and then Saurabh took 1 aha, 1 so, and actually 2 times, and Mahira used so 1 time only. No, sorry, and aha 6 times, so 2 times, and I myself in table topic took 2 times aha, so used so 2 times, and short pauses 3 times, and then Karan used aha 2 times in his table topic speech. Anand took 2 aha and 2 okay, and Chitranjan used 4 times, so 5 times, and like 2 times. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. We request Archana to stay back on stage and deliver her other 2 roles. Evaluations and nicely. Grammarian and after listener. We have a switch.
Yeah, so for grammarian, for the grammar section,
Word of the day, no one has used.
huh?
No one has used word of the day.
Because that was my mistake, I didn't say it in my speech that use the word of the day. So for that, I'm so sorry.
We can do that now.
Huh?
We can do that now.
We can anticipate the winners.
And we will anticipate the winners, yes. And when I came to know that Shikha was the Toastmaster of the day, I was anticipating the session with bated breath.
So for the grammarian thing, the good usage of words are like complex, implication, commitment, accurate, and consistent. And so the correction I would suggest that when we use A and N, when there are vowels like A, E, I or U, we should use N. Like one speaker was saying he was a arrogant guy, so it should be he was an arrogant guy. Right. And then when we use say or says, if it is plural, we should use say, not says. So they say, says, no, it is they say. And yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you. We welcome back to listener on stage, Anand.
Collaboration. Practice collaboration.
Yeah, you can be the Toastmaster of the day next time and take this topic further. You effective collaboration. I'll collaborate by clapping.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm the active listener now. I'm playing behalf on Archana. I have few questions for you to check who are listening actively in the meeting. How many subjects sort of failed in this MBA?
9.
Just raise your hand, okay? Don't
So active today.
Failure to know active ज़्यादा हो.
Mahmoud Hassan used GIGO. Full form?
Garbage is garbage.
Good.
What garbage?
TMOD Shikha was talking about a website. What was that?
Monster.
Which brand drink was promoted in the video on YouTube?
Bonvita.
Yay! Everyone answered correctly.
Yay! Thank you, my auxiliary role team. Everybody, please vote for the best auxiliary role player, which is point number 2 on your voter slips. Vote between Mahira as the timer, Archana as the accountant, Archana as the grammarian. So specify if you're voting for Archana, put it in bracket, what role, and Anand as the active listener. Another 5 seconds guys. Okay, we move to the last section of the meeting, which is my evaluation of the meeting and its role players. The meeting started 27 minutes late and we will now be ending it 50 minutes late, contributed in a large part by the late start of the meeting, which is what we should all endeavor to do. The meeting started with the Sergeant at Arms duly setting the mood at the scene. Kudos to the Sergeant at Arms that having learned the mission of Toastmasters by heart. I played the role for 6 months and I could never do that. I always had a cheat sheet with me, my palms, or if it was a VC, then I had it open on another window and nobody ever guessed that I was reading it aloud. That's my talent bit. That's what I always say. So kudos on that. The Sergeant at Arms duly shared the 3 rules of Toastmasters. My request would be to add to the list. People are not to go in and out while the meeting is in progress. No crosstalk, no telephones to be rung. Take 10 seconds to ask everybody to put their phones on silent. And nobody, especially our ex-president, is allowed to answer calls while sitting in the meeting.
Sure.
I deserve the right to rag my predecessor, so you will see that happening quite a bit. Then we had our Toastmaster of the day coming up, Madam Shikha. As usual, her sessions are an absolute delight, and I thank her from the bottom of my heart for the preparation that goes behind it. There would have been an insane amount of preparation. The content was absolutely spot on, bang on, and relatable. And when I come and play the role of Toastmaster of the day, it is usually a copy paste. I've read a fantastic article, I come and vomit that on stage. I attend another meeting and I copy paste that. With Shikha, I'm pretty sure this is all original content. The way it was started was very elegant. So that level of thinking and that effort, thank you so much. Some minor recommendations would be that introduce everybody that you are inviting on stage. When speakers are invited, they are invited by stating the speech title. So speech title, speaker name, speech title. That is the format which is there. Dialing a bit back to the Sergeant at Arms, every role player who comes on stage, not just the Sergeant at Arms, even the grammarian, the timer, the aha counter, the active listener, everybody who comes, even the table topic master and all the evaluators. Basis the definition of your job roles, you are given 1 minute to talk about the topic of the day, the theme of the day. This is the art of storytelling. And nobody did that. Except yours truly. Again. So, and it is tough. I know that from experience, it is tough. I came here, I was Googling frantically art of storytelling and I really couldn't find anything I could copy paste to make a meaningful 1 minute. So that same effort, which has to be unique 8 times, but that is what it has to be. So keep that in mind. It is your time on stage, make the most of it. Then we had the evaluators who would come up. We had Archana taking on 3 roles today, which were then reduced to 2. And I don't know how you convinced Anand and got him to get out of a slum. So kudos on that. But when you have 3 roles on stage, that means you have 6 minutes on stage. And you ran away in 30 seconds. This is your time, make the most of it. We had the speeches, we had the evaluators were duly introduced, duly brought on stage before the speakers, and they gave the objectives and the path. Then we had the table topic master had gotten multiple topics, he got the chips, he had used a spit out, which is precisely what it should have been. The table topic evaluator was not introduced before the table topic master. The table topic evaluator should come on stage and he should share the objectives on which he will be evaluating the people today, which are primarily enthusiasm, thinking on the spot and going with the flow. For the table topic master also, the recommendation would be to outline the tenets or the flow of the table topic. So we had the guests asking questions such as the duration and whether it was impromptu. That should be outlined in the beginning, that it's a 1 to 2 minute. In fact, I will recommend the timer do that when she comes on stage and explains the role. And the table topic master has to reinforce that, because by that time it may get missed or forgotten. Next, the voting is to happen as soon as a particular section is over. When the speeches are done, vote for the best speaker. When the table topic is done, vote for the best table topic speaker. And that is the responsibility of the Toastmasters today. What the sergeant at arms is responsible is for maintaining the decorum in the room. In case somebody is talking, in case people are going out, phones are ringing. So that is what the sergeant at arms is responsible for. And for setting up the room. So we wasted 30 minutes today because we were figuring out things. So it is recommended that all the role players come 15 minutes in advance so that we can check whether everything is working, whatever you need, it is there or not. Otherwise, the enthusiasm of the meeting was duly there. The role play or the skit or plays we did was something extremely different, and everybody participated. There were a lot of enthusiastic conversations and discussions that happened, which went a long way into lifting the mood of the meeting. All in all, a good interactive session. Kudos. I now request all of you to vote for the final item on your list, which is item number 3, the best role player, which will be between the Toastmaster of the day, Shikha, the general evaluator, myself, and the table topic master, who is Aman. Take 10 seconds and hand over your slips to the sergeant at arms. We will request him to tally them and share the winner with us. While the sergeant at arms is tallying the vote, I would like to invite both of our guests today on stage to share with us what is it that they liked about the meeting, any recommendations they have about what we can do better, and how do they see themselves going forward with Toastmasters henceforth. So we see Karanveer has volunteered, please. Yes. Come.
So what all things do you do?
What did you like about the meeting? Anything we can do to improve? And where do you see Toastmasters fitting into your scheme of things?
Right, so I think overall the whole session was absolutely amazing. Like, I came with very little knowledge as to what Toastmasters does, and honestly saying that I'm pretty fascinated. And along with giving any feedback, I'd say, yeah, I mean everything was like up to mark, everything was proper, and I like the fact that you guys are very detail oriented. So that's amazing. And the third point, what I see myself doing, I definitely be participating and going ahead with further sessions and seeing how I and people around me.
Thank you, Karanveer. Pleasure having you. I now invite Chitranjan on stage to share with us what did you like about the meeting, what can we do better, and how do you see Toastmasters fitting into your scheme of things? How do you see Toastmasters for you?
Good evening, everyone. So this was my first Okay. Good evening, everyone. So this was my first day. Anyhow, after like preparing for exam, I got some. I felt I should take some time because my life was so monotonous preparing for exam. So I thought to come kind of place where I can engage with the people and I can interact. So basically, I came to know about this Toastmaster from Quora as well as YouTube. So thought to come, and after coming here, after spending 2 hours here, I don't know why I'm feeling confidence because I don't because 2 hours back what I am right what I was I am totally different right now because platforms gives you any platforms gives you confidence, kind of leadership quality, and that is what I am getting over here. I was totally inspired by Sikha ma'am as well as Lavina ma'am. The way they interacted with the people, whatever the role they got, it was really appreciating me. If I'm joining this club, may I get the chance to speak like them, and eventually after some time I will grow up. So thank you so much for this one. Everyone, by the way, Saurabh, very nice, and that Mamul, very nice. And Amit sir, thank you so much everyone for this. So this wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Subramaniam. Thank you so much for coming. Do we have the votes ready? So we will take another whatever time. Okay. So Saurabh, what is your favorite story? A story you have revisited a lot of times. मैं अपनी फेवरेट जब भी मैं
Favorite story is basically telling the you talk about the story which is a Bengali comic series, you can say that. Small stories, the hero is Telida, and you can read it out. It's just like Chacha Chaudhary in Hindi. And Telida is always the hero for the Krishna group, so the group of life. And he is the most tolerant and the strongest person with very poor in education. But he is the most trustworthy person also, and I used to read it a lot. Till now, whenever I feel low emotionally, I used to revisit that book. And yes, the energy went up. Telida.
Does it have an English translation?
I don't think. Pure Bengali.
Interesting. What about you, Hassan? What's your favorite story? The story. You would have either read.
The neighbor's life. There's something about your neighbor.
So you would have read or you would have seen. It can be a movie story, it can be a series, it can be a documentary or a book that you read or consumed multiple times. You like those types of books. The movie. So you rather watch 3 Idiots and Gamut Style.
कल जाने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ.
That was very interesting.
Which one?
3 Idiots.
3 Idiots. बकवास. मैं तो दिन में बोल.
Yeah.
बाजीगर.
Bajigar was still good, yeah. Shah Rukh Khan and that.
दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे.
But Bajigar, Shah Rukh Khan was another level altogether.
No, we are not talking about the acting. We are talking about the story part.
Story is made up of the elements, right? The characters. When you relate to a character who
We
becomes.
always relate to that Talukar only.
No, I didn't
in our
relate.
school days.
I didn't relate to him in dance. I was afraid of him in dance. अब भाई VP membership autograph दो उसने.
VP membership में नहीं.
तो क्या हो?
VP membership थोड़ा ना देते हैं, education देते
तो
हैं.
education आए नहीं है ना.
तो बात तो नहीं करूँगा।
मैं तो दूंगी कॉल करना होता है
I can do that. No, no.
तो आओ
करवा लेना ना बात।
आओ भाई सीरियसली बोल रही हो
बीपी मेंबरशिप मैं थोड़ी ना हूँ।
यार जो भी हो क्या हो कुछ तो हो ना गाओ खा रहे ऑटोग्राफ दूसरे का नहीं अपना हो The best speaker goes to Mahira. She's left, so we'll just clap for her. I'm told.
You take it on behalf of her.
The best auxiliary role player is also Mahira. Yay!
Chocolates. Where is mine?
Who's left?
Okay, we will collect the chocolate from president. Taking pictures.
Mr. President. Chocolate
I'm ex-president.
I'm not sworn in yet. The best role player is our Toastmaster of the day, Shikha.
Yes! Please come forward. Please clap hard. What happened to you?
Okay, any
You click 2-3
guesses?
times. Only two.
Any guesses for the best table topic speaker?
Table topic speaker. Sorry. I'm not participating.
तुमने तो करा ही नहीं participate.
Archana. Chittaranjan. Ratnasri.
Okay. The best table topic speaker is our guest, Chittaranjan. Yay!
Can you click a photograph?
ये फोटो ना सेव करके रखना ही यूपीएससी क्लियर होगा हम दिखाएंगे इनके गेट पे जाके हम जानते हैं सर को
मेट्रो का टिकट फ्री मिलेगा इसके बाद?
बहुत छोटा मांग रहे हो मेट्रो की टिकट।
मेट्रो की
कोई मेट्रो मिल जाएगी
मुझे बाद में गाइड कर देना क्या क्या मांग सकते हैं So for us only you have this peer pressure. Okay, please clear the mail.
The best evaluator, Hassan.
Hassan, great. Hassan, were you surprised? You did a great job. You can collect it. Yes. Come. Very nice. Congratulations once again.
Next we have the best story. The best story goes to Chittaranjan and Gaurav. Yay!
Yes, we are. The team 4.
How do I give the award?
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you, everybody. Wonderful meeting. I now declare it closed. Let's just have a group picture. Let's go to Aryan, the cutest actor in our meeting. We'll take a picture with him.